Good afternoon. This is your host, Dr. Ruby Abigail, and you are tuned in to ABBA, Abigail Bible Believing Answers. We have been doing a series on health and wellness and the effects that it has on our life. A lot of it as a result of the COVID-19. And starting on September the 8th, we started a health and wellness challenge for 6 months from September the 8th through February the 8th of 2021. And before we get into this particular session of our mental health, I would like to share a disclaimer with you. I am not a medical professional. The information provided in this video should not be substituted for the advice of an appropriate qualified licensed healthcare provider. The information provided here is for informational purposes only. Please check with your physician if you have health questions. Although I am attempt to provide accurate and up-to-date information, no guarantee is made to that effect. What we have for you today is a great teaching by a minister of wellness, Nathaniel Jordan. So without further ado, please watch this video.
Greetings, family. I am the Minister of Wellness, Nathaniel Jordan, and it is time for part 3, the scuba dive into the G-bombs: greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. Your immune system special forces, foods linked with powerful anti-cancer, anti-heart disease medicines, natural medicines that the wicked death care system that's slaughtering hundreds of thousands of people don't want you to know about. This is your medicine. Let food be thy medicine, medicine be thy food. I told you, I made you a promise. I'm going to do my best. I want to start posting videos every day. Why? Because you all motivate me to. Thank you, Brother Nathan, for your success story. Brother said that he's lost 40 pounds since following Ministry of Wellness, Inc. All praises to the Most High for your success story. You will win. You keep up, or you keep watching these videos. This is part 3 of a 12-part series. If this is your first video, you need to watch the other 2. Should have your notebook and pen out and be taking notes. I will you to victory, so help me God. That's my goal, to will you to victory. We have to support each other, and I want to support you. I want you to be successful. So I want you to listen to these videos, get the knowledge, get the motivation, because we all we got. Because when you try to change your diet in America, it's like fighting a war. So I could commend you, Brother Nathan, and I mailed your book off today. If you have a success story and you have a picture, and if you have a picture, before and after picture, I will send you a free book and DVD. I need you all to start submitting your testimonials, please. I had somebody to ask me about books, so I want to get that out the way up front. I have 3 different books: Prevent and Reverse All Disease, Reverse Type 2 Diabetes, Reverse Heart Disease, and High Blood Pressure. You can find those only on my website, theministerofwellness.com. They each have recipes. Please get my books. Get my books. Follow the plan for 6 weeks and send me your before and after picture. I guarantee it. None of you all listening to me, you should not have been listening to me for months at a time, and you haven't submitted some type of success story to me, because you should have one of my books and you should have followed it, and you'll lose a bunch of weight, and you should be off your medications, at least get off the poisons with the help of your doctor, of course. So all of my books, I have 4 different DVDs. You can find all of that. I have the Eat for Health book also in Fast Food Genocide. And again, theministerofwellness.com, and you can buy them right online, and I'll ship them out to you. I want all of you all to be successful. I want you to prosper and be in good health. I want you to get off the death train so you can prepare yourself. You have to arm your immune system. And that's why we're in part 3 talking about greens. Greens are very, very, very important. They are the foundation of a nutritarian diet. We want to focus on eating foods with the most medicines, and green vegetables have more natural medicines than all of the foods combined. And that's why we want to focus so much on green vegetables. Your stool should be green. You should be eating greens with every meal, juicing green vegetables, green smoothies. I've posted a salad recipe. In the last two parts, I will post a salad recipe in this part. I have Facebook Live going every Wednesday on Facebook page. I'm putting it all out there because we're coming up on the end. They're poisoning everything. They're trying to reduce the global population by 90%. They don't care. They're destroying land, sea, air. They don't care about their children, our children. It's death. But we can still be successful. We can still make a way. Because as long as we're doing our best, then God will help us make a way out of no way. And that's the purpose of what I'm doing here. These people are nuts, and that's what I want to talk about. Leafy green vegetables are good for the brain. We have a tremendous amount of mental illness wreaking havoc in our society. Because people aren't eating what the brain needs to fuel itself. Our brain depends on those phytochemicals. Remember, food gives us two things, macronutrients and micronutrients. Macro means big. That's protein, carbs, and fat. Micro means small, vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals. Phyto means plant. That's a special class of medicines only found in whole natural plant foods, and they're most abundant in greens, especially leafy greens. The brain depends on those phytonutrients. If the brain is deficient in nutrients, you'll develop mental illness. And when I say mental illness, I'm not just talking about schizophrenia, bipolar, and all these other diseases they've made up. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about aggressive behavior. I'm talking about depression. I'm talking about suicidal tendencies. I'm talking about anxiety, sadness, always fearful, how you treat each other, how you treat other people, your decision making, your memory, your ability to make logical decisions. All of that is controlled by nutrients. Yes, sir. Psychiatric industry is a hoax, a wicked hoax, giving people drugs that dopes them up like zombies, induces psychosis. You all do know that every single mass murderer was taking a psychiatric drug. You go there suffering from anxiety and they give you a pill and then you throw yourself off a third 3-story building, or you go shoot up a whole building. So leafy green vegetables, the evidence keeps piling up that leafy greens, kale, arugula, spinach, collard greens, just a few, keep your brain sharp. They studied a study that was published in January 2018 found that eating at least one serving, that's just a half a cup, or 1 cup raw of leafy greens, was associated with slower decline in brain function. There's blood vessels that run all throughout our brain, and those blood vessels are carrying nutrients, which is controlled by the heart, which is indicative of blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, you're depriving your brain of the nutrients that it needs. And if you deprive your brain of the nutrients that it needs, you're not going to be as mentally sharp as you can be. I don't care how intelligent you are. If you are intelligent and you are obese and have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you reverse those conditions, you will operate at a level 1,000 times higher. Trust me. And it'll open you up to viewing and seeing what I see, how insane people are. Just go. I mean, you look how your family and your friends treat you when you try to eat healthy. Tell me they're not crazy. People that's supposed to love you and they'll fight you just because you're losing weight. They're crazy. They're not in their right mind. People willing to die over changing their diet. They're willing to die and they want you to be willing to die too. They're insane. Green vegetables, researchers at Tufts Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging in Boston and Rush University. They analyzed data on 960 participants aged 58 to 99 in the Memory and Aging Project. They divided them into groups and showed that those who ate 1.3 servings per day had significantly slower cognitive decline than those in the lowest quintile. In fact, in terms of the estimated effect of age of cognitive decline, lovers of leafy greens were equivalent of 11 years younger than those who shunned the stuff. Leafy greens are the most healthiest foods for the brain. The researchers also identified nutrients in the greens that people were eating. Here are some of the medicines in green vegetables that helps with brain health. Lutein, vitamin K, nitrate, folate, alpha tocopherol, beta carotene, and camphorol. These are all medicines in leafy green vegetables. They help protect the brain. This is not new. There's tons of research out there suggesting that green vegetables contribute to brain health. We are what we eat, including your brain. If you are suffering from some type of emotional instability, you need to change your diet. I keep getting questions about meat. People keep asking me, okay, Nate, you keep saying not to eat the boo-boo chicken. I hear you. The chicken got boo-boo in it. But what about the chicken that's raised by the Amish? What about the chicken that don't have boo-boo in it? Can we eat that? Well, let me tell you something. I've covered that already in my video, Go Vegan ASAP. Listen, if most people don't know how to eat meat correctly if they're going to do it. There's a hormone in meat, all animal protein, including dairy, called insulin-like growth factor 1. It's a hormone that helps children grow. But when it stays elevated into adulthood, it promotes cancer. If your level, you can get a blood test. If your blood level of insulin-like growth factor 1 is over 175 nanograms per milliliter, you're eating too much meat. Meat has no fiber in it. It's extremely acidic. It's not going to help you lose weight. It's not going to help you get off them poisons you're taking. It's not going to help you in anything. And because we are living in a time when our immune system is already under extreme attack from other forces outside of what we eat, it is highly recommended that we make every calorie count. You're not eating it for protein because green vegetables have 20 times the protein amount calorie per calorie than meat. So you're not doing it for that. It offers no health benefits. You don't need it for vitamin B12. You can take that in a supplement. So the question becomes, is it wrong to eat something just because you like the taste of it? Because that's the only reason why you'll be eating it. You like the taste of it. Don't lie and say because you need protein and you need to drink milk for vitamin D and all of that nonsense. That's a lie. That's an archaic myth. Be honest. You love the taste of the flesh. Okay? So is there something wrong with eating things for taste? No, it's not. But if it's hurting you, it is. And you have to view this as a war. If you don't have a war, if you don't put on the full armor when it comes to this fight, you're not going to make it. Over 90% of all Americans are expected to die from heart disease, diabetes, stroke, or cancer. Over 90%. And not just die, you're expected to suffer years before that. Many of you all are already suffering. I had a brother that reached out to me, probably listening now, 18 years old, and said he feels like he's 50. That's the world we're living in. So you have to make a decision. Keep fighting and get to perfection. Get to perfection. And I'm on the fight. I'm on the battle with you. I'm on the battle with you. So I don't know how much more clearer I can make it. I highly recommend. I cannot per my faith or science tell you that you must be a vegan. But what I'm telling you is that I have health coached over 200 clients, and the ones that were hard-headed and tried to keep the meat in their diet, they don't do good. But the ones who let it go and only put in their mouths anti-cancer plant foods, they do well. But the choice is yours. Choose to eat to live and not die. Choose to rise and not fall. Choose the natural flavors contained in plant foods and not the fake flavors in processed foods. Choose foods which bring life over foods which bring death. Choose the medicine foods of our Creator that strengthens our immune system instead of the poisonous foods of the wicked food industry that destroys our immune system. Choose you this day. And tomorrow and the next day and the day after day and year after year after year for the rest of your life to eat to live. Make that pledge. Write it down on a card. Write it down on a card and put it in your pocket. I choose to eat to live and not die. I can be healthy. I will be healthy. I must be healthy. Write that down and write down your goal weight. I will be this weight. I will feel this way. And you read it every day. And every time that temptation tries to overtake you, you pull it out and you read it. And you rebuke that temptation. You keep moving. And if you fall, you get up. And you keep on going. Keep your eyes on the prize. So in Alzheimer's and dementia, which comes from a diet high in processed foods, sugar, salt, Alzheimer's and dementia can be completely eradicated. Those who adhere most to eating a leafy green diet can significantly reduce their chances of developing Alzheimer's and dementia. A diet high in leafy greens has been associated in numerous studies with helping people increase the strength of their brain. Several medicines in broccoli have been shown to have positive effects in treating autism. Nutritional phytonutrients are effective in treating other forms of mental illness. So we are what we eat. We are what we eat. People are frying their brains. Frying their brains. Less than 3% of all Americans eat the government's recommended amount of fruits and vegetables. And the government's recommended amount is less than half of the amount we should be eating. So less than 3% of Americans are eating a recommended amount of fruits and vegetables that will still cause cancer and heart disease rates to be out of control. I want to read to you all some of the insane comments that I received just to hammer home why I'm so passionate about what I do. It's difficult being a minister of wellness. We have so many people that cry and complain about what others are doing to them. But then when I rise up and I speak the truth about what we are doing to ourselves and what we can do as individuals to make our lives better, I get pushback because we have embraced our own genocide. Why would you be a breast cancer survivor and you work for a breast cancer organization and at your event, you're serving pork? Mental illness. You're crazy. Why do people do the things that they do? Why would a spouse fight another spouse because they don't want their children brains being poisoned with candy? And candy is nothing but like crack cocaine. That's what refined sugar is. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're not able to think correctly. The chemicals in the food, in the air, in the water has dumbed people down. And when people self-destruct and they don't have any desire, they don't have the mental strength to come from their destruction, not only do they want to stay in that condition, they want to keep you down. That's why they attack parents who don't vaccinate their children. Because in their mind, they like, well, shoot, my child is jacked up and I'm sitting here getting my child stuff. I ain't going to be the only one. You get your child vaccinated. If they child sick, they want your child to be sick. They fat, they want you to be fat. They sick, they taking drugs, they want you to take drugs. It brings out the guilt and the shame in them. But that's okay. You all stick with it because you're different. You're different. You're not like everybody else. Everybody else, go play these videos on blast in your work environment or in your own home. And people gonna look at you like you crazy. Why in the world you listening to a preacher preaching about eating right? Like, who in the world is this guy? But you're different. You're special. You have greatness within you. You have it in you to get off the death train. You have it in you. And I'm going to do all that I can to help you. On April 24th, I posted a video. My dear brother, Philip Scott with the ABBA Show TV, largest black news YouTube channel in the world, over 1 million subscribers, and he allows me to post health videos. I posted a video, Genocide by Food, Barbecue Ribs Cause Cancer and Mental Illness. You can watch it on my channel. I encourage you all, this is a homework assignment. Remember, green vegetables, this is part 3. And I taught you, you now know that green vegetables are the best foods for strengthening your brain health, preventing dementia, Alzheimer's. Those nutrients are critical for preventing other behavior and mood pathologies. Green-based diet, vitamin C, found in bell peppers and broccoli. Vitamin B6, found in spinach and green peas. Omega-3 fats. The leafy green vegetables are high in those. Okay, these are all different medicines that are important for increasing your mood. Magnesium, folate, selenium. It's important to have high levels of vitamin D. Now, my supplements are out of stock, so right now you'll have to get the supplements from drfurman.com, but you should be supplementing with vitamin D3. These are all nutrients that affects our brain, but the most important is eating a green-based diet. When you don't eat a diet high in greens, when you deprive your brain of the medicines it needs, it's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect the way you think, especially when instead of empowering your brain with the medicines it needs, you're shooting it with all this refined sugar, the crack for the masses. And you go crazy. You go crazy. You lose all common sense. Then you stay on the death train and you dig yourself in such a deep hole that you give up hope. Don't you dare give up hope. Don't you dare give up hope. No matter how big you are, no matter what condition you're in, as long as you have breath in your body and strength in your bones, there is hope for you. There's hope for you. Just keep learning, watch my videos, get my books, make an investment. If you can afford the health coaching from me, do that. Find your way to my seminars. For those of you all who cannot come January the 4th, if you can't make it to my 2K20 drastic weight loss seminar, I'm giving you plenty of time to make travel arrangements. But if you cannot make it, share my website, NathanielJordan.com, with event organizers, meeting planners, conference coordinators, organizations, churches, whoever's in your area. People do events all the time, bring speakers in all the time. I'm a professional keynote speaker. That's my website. It has all the different seminars I teach, and give it in the hands of the right people, and maybe I can come to your city. But if not, January the 4th, make a way there. Make a way there. A brother that came May 4th, he's 14 pounds down so far. Since May 4th, he's 14 pounds down. So one of the most, look at these comments here. I'm reading, right? It's over 2,204 comments on this video. And the second rated comment is this: everything is killing you. Life is actually a slow death. Enjoy it while you have it. Experience everything in moderation. So pretty much, man, don't listen to this clown. Heterocyclic amines, that's a poison that gets formed when you barbecue that protein muscle. Potent cancer causing. After learning that, you'd have to be a fool to eat some barbecue meat. Why would you moderate a potent cancer cause? Would you moderate drinking bleach? But look what he said. Everything is killing you. Everything. Oh, what he talking about? Eating fruits and vegetables. But brother Nathan that's listening, you've lost 40 pounds. My brother that showed up, brother Cleveland, from May 4th, you've lost weight. Many of you listening, you know this isn't true. You know this is nonsense. Even if you can't buy organic fresh fruits and vegetables, you eat a plant-rich diet, you wash those conventional vegetables to the best of your ability, you will lose weight. You will feel better. So that's a lie. He's making it seem like there's nothing we can do. Look at him. Life is actually a slow death. So why would you speed it up? If you have an opportunity to slow it down and make the best of it, why wouldn't you do that? See, he's insane. And look, 47 comments, replies to his comment. I saw one person, they tried to speak some sense, and other people are jumping in and attacking them. This is the world that you all are up against. This is what we're up against. They don't want to change. They don't want the truth. There's no organizations in St. Louis that don't know the Minister of Wellness, especially in the black community. They all know who I am. You all are all over the nation and you've heard of me. So surely in my hometown they know. And yet 30% of the 300 that showed up May the 4th was out of town. They don't want the truth. They keep holding all these summits. We have a large nonprofit organization. And they keep going out in the community on the weekends, barbecuing meats, hot dogs, chips, brain damaging frankenfoods. You're not helping anybody. You're making their situation worse. They're crazy. We're addicted to what's killing us. We think what's helping us when it's actually killing us. I look at my granddad, age 90, been drinking beer, smoking, eating meat his life. He still needs no assistance with anything. Read these comments. Read this comment. So this person said, man, forget this fool, man. My granddad, 90 years old. Yeah, but when your granddad was growing up, he didn't have to deal with the other environmental stresses that we have to deal with. We can't eat fish no more. I was talking to a nearly 80-year-old sister earlier today. If you have any trouble ordering my books, then I can place your order over the phone. Just be patient with me getting back to you, brothers and sisters. Please try to limit your phone calls to, if you call the phone, it's best to email or text me, especially email. If you call me, it's harder for me to get back with you. I get a lot of calls and emails, as you all can imagine. But I was talking to a senior today, and she ordered my book by phone. And even she understood that, yeah, we can't even eat fish no more. And people supporting this comment. Look at this guy. Nothing you buy out of the grocery store is untainted or completely healthy, even the vegetables. Yeah. I posted another video on fried chicken, and I got called every name under the sun. So I want to come to an end on part 3. I just wanted to read those comments so you all can understand the pervasiveness of mental illness. 1 in 5 Americans are diagnosed as mental illness. Many of your co-workers are taking anti-anxiety medications. They're putting their children on these things. You all get off this dope food. Eat your green vegetables, eat your G-bombs so your brain can function optimally, so you can do what is necessary to protect yourself and protect your family and help get others off the death train. Understand this, most people won't. The best way you can help people is to be a living example. Leave them alone. Leave them on the death train. The ones who want to come out, the ones who are touched, that God touched their heart, they'll come to you. You be a living example. You do the best you can for yourself. If you have children, you try to do the best you can. Some of you all are married and your spouse is insane. They're on this dope food in their brain. They can't think logically. They're crazy, and they're going to fight you if you try to change the diet of your children. And it's much more difficult for you all who are married, for the wives who are married, to try to enforce change against your husband than it is in a situation like me, where my sons, they will eat the medicine foods of God. They will. They will eat to live. So I keep all of you all in prayer. And we're going to continue on. I might go ahead and move on to beans. This is the 3rd part on green. I could keep going on and on. I've touched on heart disease, weight loss, diabetes. If there's anything else, green vegetables are the foundation. I believe you all understand that now. If you still want me to talk about green vegetables, you want me to do a part 4, leave some comments. Or if you're ready to go on to beans, again, this is part 3 of a 12-part series, The Power of the G-Bombs. I'm making a whole playlist for this. I will post a salad recipe in the description box. Again, I have books available with the meal plan, The Minister of Wellness. If you've already have a success story and you want a free book or DVD for yourself or others, I thank you in advance for your support. If this information is blessing you and touching your heart, then please go to my website and get a book or DVD for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Support me as your Minister of Wellness. And I'm going to keep pumping them out. I'm going to pump out these 12 parts. Then we're going to move on and move on. I'm going to try to post a video every day. Every day. I want to feed your soul. I want to feed your soul with the knowledge concerning the miraculous healing power. And I want that knowledge to infiltrate you. Infiltrate your mind, your body, your spirit. So you can go out and see how insane people are, killing their children, giving 2-year-olds soda, breast cancer survivors that can't stop eating breast cancer causing food, 400-pound men, and they going into Walmart and leaving with a cart full of ice cream. Insanity. The United States of insanity. And they love it. Big Pharma loves it. Because they want everybody on them drugs by any means necessary. You can be healthy. You will be healthy. You must be healthy. No matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it may get, you're going to make it.